Yo, what if I told you that one of the most involved and connected people in hip hop isn't even an artist and is a 24-year-old college dropout who was basically a nobody a few years ago? With the help of some of my friends in the industry, I'm gonna explain to you who Zack Bia is and why you should even care. Okay, so the reason I'm even making this is because you've all seen him and wondered the same exact thing as me, okay? Who the is Zack Bia? Why do I keep seeing him and his name pop up everywhere? Drake's IG, Don Toliver, pictures with Playboy Cardi. Like, this dude is just everywhere. And it's not just me, it's also other rappers have probably thought this as well. I was even talking to Booba Savage, and we were talking about Zack, and he had this to say. Did you understand why he was famous when you first heard about him?
Nah, the first time I ever seen him, it was on Instagram. Then, like, I saw my manager, like, who the fuck is this guy?
So my team and I did some research to solve this shit and explain it once and for all. All right, so Zack Bia. I feel like I'm reading this wrong, but for now we're gonna say Zack Bia. He was a 19-year-old college student at USC in LA. So one day on his birthday, Zack and his non-famous friends pulled up to a random club in suits, and by chance, Fetty Wap was booked to be there as well. So Zack actually got the chance to say a few words to Fetty, and by the end of the night, he found himself able to, actually be in Fetty Wap's little booth in the club. And he spent the night partying with him. A promoter at that club thought that Zack was part of Fetty Wap's circle, and he started hitting him up to, promote parties and bring people through the club. Now just think about this for a second. A random encounter with Fetty Wap led to his first club promoting in the LA party scene, and it's just kind of crazy to think about, right? Like Fetty Wap, but this is just the beginning of the story. So from there, Zack started making a bunch of noise in the club scene.
You'd bring like the richest kids from USC and have them at a table with like LA scene people, and he would just kind of like mix scenes up. It started to turn into athletes and then rappers.
And he got the attention of this one dude named John Terzian. That guy founded the H-Wood Group, which is like a nightclub and restaurant management group, Delilah, Harriet's, and Shore Bar. I'm from Canada, so I honestly have never heard of the last two, but I've heard of Delilah before in many YouTube videos. I think it's like a pretty popular LA club. So this John Terzian guy, he became Zack Bia's mentor pretty much, and he started giving him these opportunities to promote and work exclusive events at all of his clubs, where he started interacting with like the Jenners, Rihanna, Drake, and a bunch more, right? One thing led to another, and all of a sudden, Zack Bia was in their inner circles.
And once it kind of got to him putting together parties for Drake, like it was like big out of here.
Just take a look at this post back from Drake's Instagram in 2017. It's just strange. This is coming from me, the like nerdy brown guy who's seen with other hip hop artists. When you see someone that's like white, or I guess kind of looks Jewish, with other rappers, it just kind of looks like out of place, right? Now, all of this stuff was happening while Zack Bia was still in school, but eventually he took the semester off to kind of pursue his like entrepreneurial dreams, right? And ever since that, I don't think he ever looked back. So a few months later, he was like well established in the LA celebrity community.
My son had me in a party with mad famous females, no cap. I didn't even know who the fuck I was around. Nigga was telling me all them had like 15 million followers, 15 million followers. That's the man, bro.
So a few months later, he was like well established in the LA celebrity community. He supposedly started Psych World. And like I said, supposedly, because I'm not 100% sure, it's a streetwear clothing brand that you 1000% have heard of. So apparently Zack claimed that the first run got him over $100,000 in sales. And like, we've put out merch, so trust me, $100,000 for like your first ever drop is nuts. That got like Skepta wearing this stuff, Playboy Cardi, Ian Connor, Drake obviously would start wearing this stuff too, which is pretty crazy because you don't really see Drake wearing other like streetwear brands. It's always just like Dior, like shit like that. But yeah, he was wearing Psych World. If you just go on the Psych World Instagram page, you'll see it's like full of celebrities just wearing the clothes. Not to mention that his name was just getting big, like, I don't know if you guys remember, but was it Pop Style or no, it was No Stylist with French Montana, right? That song, Drake even shouted out Zack Bia.
Word of Zack, I need action, that's a fact. I style, no stylish.
Not to mention, I remember seeing him in the Money in the Grave video too, like at the end.
Okay, great, thank you. No problem. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, nice guy. No, it's not a person, it's a restaurant.
So at that point, Zack had some money and he definitely had a lot of clout so that he could, you know, be his own boss from now on. I guess his eyes were set on the music industry after that, because just when he was 23 years old, he's 24 now for reference, he started his own label, which was called Field Trip Recordings, and he signed Ssgkobe. Now, if you follow KTO's page, you just already know, like, we're fans of Ssgkobe's music. We're gonna push his music, but if you haven't heard him, you're either just like out of the loop or you're gonna hear about him very soon. That Ssgkobe video was actually directed by Zack's brother, Elan or Ellen. I'm so bad with names, yo, like that should be simple, but yeah, so his brother directed that. So you can tell he comes from a creative, you know, background or at least family. But just recently, this I'm sure you've seen, Zack and Kobe actually got together for a lyrical lemonade video. Now that's when you know that shit is about to get real for your career. Cause trust me, not any underground artist gets a lyrical lemonade. I was talking to Candy Paint in this interview we did a couple months ago. He was saying how he hasn't even got one, and neither has Doo-Wop Kane, even though, like, you guys might know, he's like pretty certified in the underground world.
Me and Cole have talked no cap for years, low-key, like probably since like 2016, 2017. And me just asking, like, can I get a video? Can I get a video? He always tell me, like, when the timing is right. I know Cole definitely is one of those people though, like I don't think he'll just work with anybody. Like if he don't fuck with like your music, I don't think he'll just work with him.
So basically, I think that Cole now understands that, you know, his platform is so big. So unless that underground artist has potential to actually like go mainstream, like you've seen Lil Tecca, Roddy Ricch, I don't really think Cole would do the video, but he did Ssgkobe's, which should tell you something. Now, I don't know if Zack lined this up or whatever, but you can't lie, like he has something to do with this happening.
He's able to just effortlessly market and do some things that are intangible that labels could never buy.
What Zack is providing is low-key more valuable than what these huge major record labels can. Major labels will do anything to get their artists publicity, deals, but I actually saw Ssgkobe was on the leaked XXL freshman list of this year. If that's true, that's honestly crazy, just because the only real help Ssgkobe ever really got was from Zack Bia. So you're now seeing how his value like really matches up, right? He himself described his role as a free safety, I guess meaning that he just sort of runs around and manages all sorts of different stuff while letting his creative team focus specifically on their roles. But that's not to say he doesn't have creative skills himself, right? Like I wouldn't be surprised if Zack Bia came out with a compilation album, kind of like how DJ Khaled does, because he knows all the people, he wants to do this music shit. So honestly, I see that happening. Anyways, music stuff aside, he has some other stuff that he does as well. Recently founded Puzzle in the Sky, which is like a fashion and lifestyle brand. And on top of that, he's been working on a new vodka brand, which by the looks of it will probably be really successful, knowing that he's in like the club scene. Apparently he's a DJ as well, because I do remember this one time he was on IG Live and was DJing, and I think he premiered 2C Slide before it even came out.
And the people in there comment, it was like as crazy as a versus. Like, you know what I mean? The people in there, like Virgil, left, right, you know what I mean? Just like.
But okay, so obviously the connections he's built have, you know, led him to this success. But the most impressive thing to me is just this guy's hustle and, you know, willingness to get in all these rooms, because everyone just says, oh, well, you know, he just knows somebody. Well, it takes work to know somebody, you know what I'm saying? And with all of that being said, I want to say that you guys can do what Zack is doing as well to a certain degree. Like nowadays, it's more easier than before to create, you know, a career path for yourself that doesn't depend on another company or like a specific job title. Like you got to be street smart even more than you are book smart, because having a creative mind isn't something that you can just get taught in school. Like even I look up to Zack because I want to dabble in music, clothes, events. Seeing someone that is around my age already doing it without, you know, going to school makes me think that, hey, I can do it too. He even DM'd me some encouraging words recently. So honestly, shout out to Zack. I think he's just super tapped in and like things like that, you know, like he knows what's going on. He knows what's bubbling up. I honestly think that we should try and interview him. That would make for an even better video. There's so much I want to ask this guy. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next video. You guys are watching our deep dive series on Kids Take Over. Yo, what's up guys? Thanks for watching that video. Let us know in the comments if you want to see a Zack Bia interview. Because by the way, we're actually in LA right now. If you haven't seen our IG posts, we're in LA, and I think Zack Bia is from LA. So let's see, man. Maybe we should get that done. But yo guys, go follow our social medias, our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitter, and I'll see you guys next video.